U.S. Good morning, everyone. 6 a.m. here on a Monday morning. The world is watching Europe very closely this morning as the incredibly tense situation continues in Ukraine. It's now being called the worst crisis Europe has seen in the 21st century. This morning, a number of military bases in the Crimea region are surrounded by armed soldiers. The soldiers have been identified by Kiev and by Western governments as Russians. But Russia has not admitted that. Senior U.S. officials say the Russian forces have moved 6,000 troops into the Crimean Peninsula and are now in complete operational control of the area. An unusual UN Security Council session convened on Saturday at the request of the Ukrainian ambassador. Here in Canada, there's not much doubt about the way Ukrainians are feeling about what's going on in their homeland. Members of Vancouver's Ukrainian community rallied downtown against Russia's actions. They're worried the invasion will go past the Crimean Peninsula.
I cannot be ignorant and I cannot stay calm when there are Russian troops in Ukraine. I cannot stay calm when many Ukrainians gave their life for the freedom, for the basic human rights.
Foreign Affairs Minister John Baird has ruled out Western military intervention in response to Russia's push into Ukraine. One person has been taken to hospital after an early morning house fire in West Vancouver. The blaze caused major damage to the home in the 8500 block of Ansell Avenue. The flames were knocked down pretty quickly, but crews are still on scene dealing with hotspots at this hour. Luckily, they were able to prevent the fire from damaging neighboring properties. The cause of the blaze is under investigation. The BC Court of Appeal is expected to release a judgment today on a challenge to our province's controversial drunk driving laws. In 2010, the government changed BC's impaired driving laws so a driver faces automatic penalties if they blow a warn or a fail on a roadside screening device without having a chance to challenge the findings. Those penalties include losing your vehicle and even a complete ban from driving. The law was amended in 2012, so police have to tell drivers they can ask for a second test on a different machine. The BC Civil Liberties Association is arguing the current law's automatic penalties without a court process violate the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. Crystal Mountain remains closed this morning as investigators look into a very serious accident. 4 people, including 3 staff members, were injured when a chairlift collapsed and fell 6 meters. It happened Saturday at the ski resort near West Kelowna. The resort's GM says there are no life-threatening injuries and everyone will be okay. It appears an empty, out-of-control chair slammed into the lift tower, causing the cable to leave its track. The resort's license has been suspended until the BC Safety Authority finishes up its investigation. The bridge, which connects the cities of New Westminster and Coquitlam, is closed until further notice. The Braid Street Bailey Bridge underwent an inspection on Sunday. No surprises were expected here, but crews plan to do some minor repairs on the bridge deck. The city of New Westminster announced last night the bridge will remain closed today. Last year, an inspection of the Bailey Bridge uncovered some splits in 2 of the trusses. The city of Coquitlam wants a temporary 2-lane bridge to be built. BC New Democrats finally have a possible replacement for Adrian Dix. A big name has come forward to be the first to throw his hat into the ring. Mike Farnworth is running for the provincial NDP leadership. The Port Coquitlam MLA thinks he can end the Liberals' reign of power, something the party couldn't do last year despite a big lead in the polls. Farnworth is currently the New Democrats' financial critic. He's basing his leadership campaign on plans for job growth.
I believe that the next leader has to be someone who can connect with British Columbians right across the province, put forward a positive alternative to the Christy Clark government, and I believe that I'm that individual.
The 54-year-old Farnworth was first elected in 1991. The NDP expected to choose a new leader in September. Toronto Mayor Rob Ford is making headlines once again. This time it's in Hollywood, and you're never going to guess who the embattled mayor from Toronto bumped into. Ford is in LA to be a guest on Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight. Kimmel actually pretended to be Ford's driver at LAX when he arrived at the airport. But before Rob Ford appears on Jimmy Kimmel, he was snatched up by our very own Riaz Mekji.
As we're standing here in Los Angeles talking, you have people snapping photos around. You truly have become a celebrity outside of your duties as mayor in Toronto.
I don't look at it that way. I'm just an average working, hard-working guy. I'm a family man, and I do my job well. And again, I respect taxpayers' money, and I create jobs and hold people accountable. And that's what I'm going to continue to do for the next 4 years. So.